Georgie and Diamonds.
Nice.
That's what they picked.
They're in.
Oh. That's what they picked last time. I just never noticed.
Okay. Can't reply. Try again. My internet keeps dropping out and come back on. I don't know why. It kept doing it. It was fine last week quiz. It was during the yeah, it was during Friday night. It kept no problems.
Yep, you're live.
Sweet. Anyone yet? One person watching. Thank you.
Yeah, 2 people are watching.
2 people are watching. Good evening.
What's that been?
It's inside.
Oh.
Because you didn't have a table on the go.
Just get everyone in order, but I still haven't heard back from the Mr. Ravens Zulu's. I mean, the champions. So I thought Kieran mixed it up so he didn't have a chance of winning. Yes.
Right. 6 people. Hey, Dan. Thanks. So we got Coop. Join.
Oh, sorry, I'll just do scores and doors now.
Yeah. Yeah, if anyone else joins, please put a comment in just so we know you're here so we can tick everyone off and make sure we're good to go. Bit of drama for you all. The reigning only champions so far haven't said whether they're playing or not. We're trying to find out. What a... they're not in this week. So everyone else has a chance of winning.
They're not playing.
The Grace is back in.
Yeah. Cool. 2 markers.
2 markers.
I've got it up now.
It scores and doors up to date then. Yeah. So I'll start taking people off.
Apart from I don't know about Kingston Michael.
Yeah, they're not. Tim has a leaders meeting.
Yeah, but Tia and Nick are also on that meeting. They're also doing the quiz. So.
Oh, okay, maybe then. Yeah, we've got Kieran, who has been a traitor and switched allegiances, is in as part of that team. Nicola. What's Nicola's team?
Nicola's Chandler Bond.
Oh, with the Woods and Gillies.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry.
The Woods and Gillies in as well, not just Nicola. It's 13 watching now. It's 13 people watching and only 3 comments. Can you let us know if you're in, and then we can get in. Woods and Gillies here too. Good. Rich Coral's here. Cool.
Say if you're struggling.
Yeah, if anyone can't get on the comments, message myself or Claire. But if you can comment, that's just a bit easier because we've got it all in one place. Giles is saying help. I assume he means hello. I mean, comments on Facebook probably the best place to start calling for help. Giles, if you need help, there we go. Message attracted. Hello, even. There we go. Good. He's okay. The Welsh lot. I googled what the Welsh was for hello, and it's just hello with 1 less L.
You can ask Kat as well as to what hello
It's I'll Google it. It's hello, but it's only 1 L. So for all the Welsh love their L's, there's only 1 in hello apparently. Good stuff. So I've got it that we've got 4 teams in so far. Looking for the Flea Fighters, Chewbacca's, Don't Stand So Close to Me, Flying Quizzes, Poo Poo Sauce, and the team who must not be named. Sean is in. Hey, Sean. And assuming that's your team is in as well. I assume Pete's not on your team because I assume Pete's working.
He is this time.
Is Pete in the team this week, Sean?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, she did. She let me.
Pete here. Yay. Hey, Pete.
Table.
Table. Oh, nice.
I don't know who the friend is, sorry.
But the other girls aren't.
No, Jess and Rosemary can't make it, so
Yeah.
Evie's doing it with another friend.
Was Evie last week?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, Evie said, are we supposed to be able to hear Nat? Yes.
You should be able to hear me. The fact that people are talking back to me makes me think if people can't hear me, it's their end.
Chewbacca's are in.
Hello to the Chewbacca's.
Noah Star is also a way of saying hello in Welsh.
North Star to our Welsh friends and family.
We have one new team apart from Evie's friend, which is Sophie and Andy. So
Yep.
you may want to
I will do.
explain.
Sophie and Andy of the Flea Fighters. Are you guys here? Are you in? If you can put a comment on, or if you can't comment, then message myself or Claire, please. It is going to be useful if you can type on the comments. If you're watching on TV, you'll have to get it up on a phone or something at the same time and use the comment section there. Still waiting on the Flying Quizzes, the Piri Piri Sauce, and the team who must not be named. I think they said they're here. Yep. Dad said they're there, so we're waiting on. Do you want to message Mark and see if he's in the quiz? If he's joining.
I've messaged him. They are, but they're.
And he's joining ASAP. Okay. Tell him to run. Sophie, ring him. Tell him to run. First round's the sports round. You're going to need him. Can Rich have question 12? No, you can't. Piri Piri Sauce have arrived. Flea Fighters are here. We're just waiting on the Flying Quizzes.
They're trying to get sound.
Okay. Can you message Mark?
No, but I messaged him. They're not going to be able to play.
Okay, that's fine. So we're not waiting on them. I'm just waiting on one team to get sound. Simon's here. Simon, just have your own team. Let's do it. Sly Pal's there, yeah.
Oh.
Go on, Simon. Tim does Taylor. Don't know who. Oh, Tim does Taylor. That's Clack, isn't it? Yeah, Tim Clack's here.
Oh,
good. I see you got your meeting, Tim. Well done. Or at least you're listening at the same time.
Okay.
These meetings are currently working, so it's fine. He's finishing the Falcon, fair enough. Okay. So just because we have got a new team, and in case there are others who are not sure, yeah. Quick plug for Tim's Taylor Swift channel. Check out Tim Does Taylor, his Taylor Swift covers channel. Tim is the other half of my punk duo. We take our music very seriously, as you can tell by the fact that as well as doing punk, he covers Taylor Swift. Tim's also been working with me at the food bank, so we've been going mad slowly together each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But so how this works, there are 100 points on offer, not quite 100 questions, but there are 5 rounds of 20 points. Each round is separate. You should have a team sheet on Google Sheets. Please enter your answers there. No cheating. We're not able to keep an eye on everyone. Obviously, we're not in a pub, so you could just Google everything. Don't. There's no point. Don't go looking on bookshelves. Don't go looking at DVDs, CDs, or whatever. Just play this as if you were in a pub, and you can't cheat. Enter your answers each round. At the end of each round, we'll give you a little time just to go back through them. Any questions you're not sure on or need repeating, just put in the comments and I will do my best to go through them, except for number 12 every time. And then at the end, we'll do the answers each round. If you can tally up on your score sheet, is there a box on the score sheet? there was a box on the score sheet to enter your score. Please enter your score each round, because that way Claire can gather them together much quicker, and she'll come and give us the results of each round and how everyone's doing in between each round. The quicker you do that, the quicker we can get through it. The quicker we get through it, hopefully we won't be going on too late. We try and finish before 10 each time. We've done that every week. I think last week was the closest to 10 we've got. But yeah, we should get through it. So we're going to go straight in with round number 1. This is the sports and entertainment round. Just give me a second, I'll organise my screens. Okay, so question number 1 of round 1, sports and entertainment. Gabriela Irimia and Monica Irimia are Romanian-born twin sisters, better known by what name? Gabriela Irimia and Monica Irimia are Romanian-born twin sisters, better known by what name? Question number 2. Which nation won the first football European Championship, referred to as the Euros, in 1960? Which nation won the first European Football Championship, often referred to as the Euros, in 1960? Question number 3. Which actress became a trailblazer and a role model for the LGBTQ plus community when she came out, making her show the first primetime sitcom with a gay leading character in 1996? Which actress became a trailblazer and a role model for the LGBTQ plus community when she came out, making her show the first primetime sitcom with a gay leading character in 1996? Question number 4. In cricket, who is England's leading Test wicket taker for the national team with 584 wickets? In cricket, who is England's leading Test wicket taker for the national team with 584 wickets? Question number 5. In which place did One Direction finish in the 7th series of X Factor? In what place did One Direction finish in the 7th series of X Factor? Question number 6. Which nation holds the 4x100 meter world record in men's athletics? Which nation holds the 4x100 meter world record in men's athletics? Question number 7. Which nation holds the 4x100 meter world record in women's athletics? Which nation holds the 4x100 meter world record in women's athletics? So number 6 is the men's, number 7 is the women's. Question number 8. In what year was Justin Bieber born? In what year was Justin Bieber born? And question number 9, this is our first multiple point question. So for 4 points, 1 for each correct answer, which 4 teams have been ever present in the Rugby Union Premiership since the first season in 1988? So for 4 points, which 4 teams have been ever present in the Rugby Union Premiership since the first season in 1988? It's 1 point for each correct answer. So if you get 2 of the 4, you'd get 2 points. So please don't give more than 4 answers. You could just type every rugby union team you've ever heard of and you'd get 4 points, but that's no fun. Guess the 4 only, please. Let's give you another 10 seconds on that one because there's a few answers there. Let's go back to. Yeah, if I'm going too fast, please just comment because I can't see anything of what's going on. So it's really difficult to judge how long to leave it between questions. Just catching up. I can't see what you're typing as answers. Claire's watching you type your answers some of the time. Partly just to see how you're doing, partly to check if you're cheating, and partly just out of interest, I think. And yeah, I can't see any of it, so I'm just going when I feel like the next question's ready. So we're going to go on to number 10. In which country was Nicki Minaj born? In which country was Nicki Minaj born? Question number 11. Which male golfer has won the most major championships with 18? Which male golfer has won the most majors or major championships with 18? Question number 12. Which driver has the most Formula One Grand Prix wins with 91? Which driver has the most Formula One Grand Prix wins with 91? So the winner of individual races. And then the final question of round 1 for 5 points. Name the 5 Spice Girls by first name and surname, not by initial or by their Spice name, where applicable maiden or married name is allowed. Yeah. If you've misheard any questions, just let me know which ones you want me to read, and I'll repeat them. The last one here, 13, for 5 points. So 1 point for each answer. Again, no more than 5 answers, please. Name the 5 Spice Girls by first name and surname, not just by an initial and not by their Spice name, and where applicable, maiden or married name is allowed. I can mute myself. Sorry, I was just talking. Cool, we're going to give you another minute or so on that. So start putting your answers in, please, and then we'll start going through the answers. Yeah. few typing questions after 10 minutes. So, repeated questions. Number 3. Which actress became a trailblazer and a role model for the LGBTQ plus community when she came out, making her show the first primetime sitcom with a gay leading character in 1996? Question number 5. Someone else about the cricket question, which is number 4 in cricket. Who is England's leading test wicket taker for the national team with 584 wickets? Question number 5 was, in which place did One Direction finish in the 7th series of X Factor? If there's any more questions people want repeating other than Rich asking for number 12, let me know. They're fine. They're not commented yet, it's just not like them.
Becky's message.
Cool.
For me?
Okay, last 30 seconds and then we'll go to the answers.
To score up to March
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so just as we go through the answers then, if you can score yourself, so each question, just put how many points you get, tally them up at the end, and in the box at the bottom of that section, please put your score in there at the end so that Claire can then start to collect scores, and we'll give you an update on who's doing well and who's not doing so well. So question number 1. Gabriela Irimaya and Monica Irimaya are Romanian-born twin sisters, better known as the Cheeky Girls. First nation to win the Euros in 1960 was the Soviet Union. Soviet Union. Question number 3, which actress became a trailblazer and role model for the LGBTQ plus community when she came out? It was Ellen DeGeneres. Question number 4, the leading English wicket taker in Test cricket is James Anderson. Jimmy is acceptable, that's his nickname, that's fine. Jimmy or James Anderson. Number 5, in which place did One Direction finish in X Factor? They came 3rd. Question number 6 and number 7. So the 2 record holders for men's and women's athletics in the 4x100 meters. Question number 6 in the men's athletics, it's Jamaica. And number 7 in women's, it's the USA. Question number 8, in what year was Justin Bieber born? It was 1994. Question number 9, the 4 teams that have been ever present in the Rugby Union Premiership are Bath, Gloucester, Leicester, and Wasps. So 1 point for each of those, up to 4 points. If you get 2 or 3, give yourself 2 or 3 points. So it's a point for every correct answer. Bath, Gloucester, Leicester, and Wasps. Question number 10, Nicki Minaj was born in Trinidad and Tobago. Question number 11, the golfer with the most majors is Jack Nicklaus. Number 12, which driver has the most Formula One Grand Prix wins is Michael Schumacher. Question number 13, for 5 points, name the 5 Spice Girls by first name and surname. So they are Mel or Melanie Brown, Mel or Melanie Chisholm. I won't accept Mel B and Mel C. I need Brown and Chisholm there. Emma Bunton, Jerry Horner or Jerry Halliwell, and Victoria Beckham or Victoria Adams. So it's Melanie Brown, Melanie Chisholm, Emma Bunton, Jerry Halliwell or Horner, Victoria Beckham or Adams. So give yourselves up to 5 points for that one, please. Put that in your scores and total the scores up. And if there's any questions you want to debate with me, feel free to, although I'll probably just say no. And then I'll pass over to Sir Jimmy Anderson. Yes, sorry, Mark. Sorry, Mark, our Yorkshireman who loves Yorkshire cricket, knowing that it's Sir Jimmy Anderson. He's not Yorkshireman, by the way, before people start accusing me of not knowing my stuff. I'm just trying to wind Mark up. Jimmy Anderson, one of those rare players who has a stand named after him in a ground when he's still playing, which you don't see very often. I do hope Giles got that question as well. I assume he did. I'd be offended if he didn't. Yeah, see if we round up. Good. Cool. Furniture is being thrown. Good. Wonderful. Right.
Yeah. Hello. Right. A lot of you got the same, so I will try and group it as best I can. But yeah.
Do you want to see the numbers quickly?
No, that's fine.
You have to add up the numbers.
What is in first?
Yeah.
So that's first.
One. Yeah,
that's second. That's sixth.
Yeah.
That's eighth.
Yeah.
Ninth. 10th, 11th. Okay, fine.
So we have 11 teams. People are saying hello to you.
Oh, hi. Right. So we have 11 teams playing today. And just quickly, in 11th place is Flying Quizzers. 10th is Piri Piri Sauce. 9th is the team who must not be named. 8th is Cymru. Joint 6th is Miss Chanandla Bong. I got it right. I said it right. I can never say that one. And Flu Fighters. Sorry, a cat.
We've got a cat as well on live stream.
She's
saying hello.
Yeah. Then we've got joint second. So
With 14, this is. There's 14 points.
There's a part of you in joint second and 14 points. So that's Don't Stand So Close to Me, Chewbacca's, a Kingston Rifle, and Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Quizzardry, which means for now, in first place on 15 points, is we're going to quiz all over you.
Your sister doesn't like it.
Why am I wearing a t-shirt? I got it in a close-up. I like it.
Cool.
Right.
We're going to move on to round 2. So this is the geography and history round. This one, both the first 2 rounds, I can write half of the quiz really well. Hang on, Alice is saying they got 15.
Did they change?
I'm going to steward's inquiry here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they may
have they got?
They were the first person I checked. So
she checked your score before I think you'd finished counting. So joint first place is Piri Piri Sauce, and we're going to quiz all over you with 15. Yeah. Big controversy there, especially in a week without the reigning champions. This is all to play for. For those who haven't listened in before, the same team have won it every week so far, so it's nice that they're not here. And I'll say that to their faces. So, round 2, geography and history. 11 questions, 20 points. Here we go. Question number 1. Who was the first European to step foot in North America? Who was the first European to step foot in North America?
Some people are happy about the cat. We had requests the last time from the cats.
Okay, good. Question number 2. What is the longest river in the UK? What is the longest river in the UK? Question number 3. Who was the British monarch during World War II? Who was the British monarch during World War II? Question number 4. Oh, close your comments. I hope Simon's still listening, because this one's for him if he is still listening. Question number 4. Which country's flag contains a symbol of a yellow 5-pointed star with a book over it and an AK-47 assault rifle crossed with a hoe in front of that? Which country's flag contains a symbol of a yellow 5-pointed star with a book over it and an AK-47 assault rifle crossed with a hoe in front of that? Question number 5. For 3 points, which 3 countries made up the Tripartite Pact in 1940? For 3 points, 1 for each correct answer, which 3 countries made up the Tripartite Pact in 1940? Just give you a little bit long on that one, because there's 3 answers. Question number 6. Kabul is the capital of which country? Kabul, Kabul, is the capital of which country? I don't know if it's Kabul, 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 Kabul. Question number 7. In which year did the International Space Station launch? In which year did the International Space Station launch? Question number 8. For 4 points, on a similar note, alongside the European Space Agency, which 4 countries participate in the International Space Station program? So for 4 points, 1 for each, alongside the European Space Agency, which 4 other countries participate in the International Space Station program? So you've got the European Space Agency and the countries involved with that, and there are 4 other countries outside of the European Space Agency with their own space agencies. What are they? Got a cat interested in coming over, but she's paying more attention to Claire. Apparently there's been requests for us to get cats on more, so we'll try them again. She doesn't like me at the moment, she likes Claire more. And that's because Claire's working from home, and the cat literally spends all day in the office with her. And by the office, I mean the second bedroom with a couple of boxes and a plank to make a desk. Moving on. Question number 9. Oh, hang on. I have a problem. Yes. Cool. No, it's fine. I know what question So question number, I'm going to change them around a bit. I've got it's fine. Don't I know I've messed up with a question here just on the spreadsheet, but I know what the other question was. So let me just do this. Hold on 1 second. Let's sort out my spreadsheet. Probably a new question number 11. Question 10 will move up. So 9 and 10 move up, and then there's a new question 11. So number 9. Who was the first woman crowned queen in Britain? Who was the first woman crowned queen in Britain? Question number 10 for 5 points, 1 for each answer. Again, no more than 5 answers, please. Not including the UK, which 5 nations of the European Union have the largest populations? So not including the UK, because we are leaving. Which 5 nations of the European Union have the largest populations? Don't need to be in order. I just need the top 5 populations, please, of European Union nations. And while discussing that, I'm going to drop in number 11. Which EU member nation has the lowest population? So on the top 5 populations, the largest for number 10, and number 11 is which EU member nation has the lowest population, please? And that ends round 2. So we'll give you a little bit of time. If anyone has any questions they want repeated, please drop a message on the live chat and let me know. Otherwise, we'll give you a little bit of time and we'll move on to the answers shortly. Is Tim officially taking part now and stuff?
Yes, but he's losing them rather than listening to them.
4, 5, and 8.
Who's that?
Sophie, I'm just going to say this now. When you're doing a quiz, if you don't know the answer to a question, don't just leave it blank. Put like a little prompt in there of what the question was about, so that you can remember it later on. Unless I'm just speaking too fast, which is fine. I'll let you off, Sophie, because yeah, it is your first week. So number 4. Which country's flag contains a symbol of a yellow 5-pointed star with a book over it, and an AK-47 assault rifle crossed with a hoe in front of that? Fucking pizza. By the way, we do accept bribes. If people want to deliver Domino's to us, that is acceptable as well. On the next pizza.
Accept bribes. We don't need Domino's.
I will eat Domino's. Question number 3 for 3 points. Which 3 countries made up the Tripartite Pact in 1940? So for 3 points, 1 for each, which 3 countries made up the Tripartite Pact in 1940? That's question 5. Question 8 for 4 points, alongside the European Space Agency, which 4 countries participate in the International Space Station program? Any other questions people want repeated, please let me know. Oh, Simon's now on the team. Cool. Simon's joined Nicholas Levy. Big team, yeah.
Number 9.
Number 9, someone once again. Number 9, who was the first woman crowned Queen in Britain? Or Queen of Britain. I think it was Britain. Yeah.
Act confident.
Who was the first woman crowned Queen in Britain?
Right.
We're good? Right, we're going to go through the answers. So question number 1. Who was the first European to step foot in North America? Answer is Leif Erikson. It's not Christopher Columbus. Leif Erikson made it there first. Icelandic man. Nice. An Iceman. Say it confidently. An Iceman. Question number 2. What is the longest river in the UK? The answer is the River Severn. Number 3. Who was the British monarch during World War II? That was George VI. Needs to be 6. George isn't acceptable. You're hedging your bets there. So George VI. Question number 4. The flag containing the yellow star with a book over it, an assault rifle and a hoe crossed is Mozambique. Number 5. The 3 countries that made up the Tripartite Pact in 1940 were Germany, Italy, and Japan. So that's 1 point for each of those that you got right. Germany, Italy, Japan. Question number 6. Answer number 1 was Leif Erikson or Leif Erikson. L-E-I-F Erikson. If you put something simple to that, like spelling isn't needed there, just Leif Erikson, Leif Erikson. Something like that. Columbus is incorrect, sorry. Question number 6. Kabul is the capital of Afghanistan. On that one. Question number 7. In which year did the International Space Station launch? That was 1998. Question number 8. The 4 space agencies on top of the European Space Agency are from the USA, Russia, Japan, and Canada. That's 1 point for each of those. USA, Russia, Japan, Canada. Question number 9. Who was the first woman crowned Queen in Britain? That was Mary I or Bloody Mary or Mary Tudor, all acceptable answers. Before that, there was Matilda and Jane, but neither of them were actually crowned, and both of them were ultimately disputed as monarch and not officially recorded as such. So it's Mary I. Question number 10 for 5 points. Not including the UK, which 5 nations of the European Union have the largest populations? That is Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and Poland. Doesn't have to be in that order. 1 point for each of those. England, not Britain. I know, I said it confidently, I probably got it wrong. You should have disputed it at the time. You didn't. Queen in Britain is what I think I actually said. Kieran, I said Queen in Britain, and England is in Britain now. So tough. I know what I meant. You didn't get it right. Your team's too big anyway. 7 players is cheating. 10. Number 11. Which European member nation has the lowest population? That is Malta. Malta. Oh no, Simon, don't drop out. I was only joking. Mary, Queen of Scots first. Oh, okay. Mark, this is not for kids. Mary, Queen of Scots was first. So technically, I was incorrect. I will, I think for the first time, change an answer. She reigned. So I think she's an official one. It's basically Matilda and Jane. I'm still going to say Mary the Tudor because that's what I meant. I will still accept Mary Queen of Scots. I'll accept both of those. I'll add that as an answer. So if you pick Mary Queen of Scots, that's fine. Question number 5, I did not say European history. At any point did I say European history? This is geography and history this round. Question number 5 is which 3 countries made the Tripartite Pact in 1940? In Britain, yeah, but in modern day Britain, which monarch was reigning? So Mary Queen of Scots or Mary I are acceptable. Going by Alice's answer, though, I don't think Great Britain was unified. There's a big argument going on here, so who knows what I started. I'm Question Master, so I'm just going to go what I say. I've Googled this a lot, trust me. I'm saying Mary Tudor is correct, but I will accept Mary Queen of Scots just for the confusion on the question. It wasn't worded particularly well. It's Queen of England, not Queen of Britain. Why not change all of history? That's it. Oh, Kieran, I'm going to take points off you. Yeah. It's my rule. Mary Tudor, Mary I was the correct answer. Hang on. But I will accept Mary Queen of Scots. Those are the 2 answers I will accept. Anything else, I will not, for the sake of confusion. Yeah. They haven't said they're fighting for Queen Victoria, but I'm not giving it. No, I'm not actually getting annoyed. I'm being sarcastic now. I'm just trying to work out what the actual correct answer is while I'm trying to also say it. Yeah, if people can title up their scores while we're doing this, that'd be great. Thank you. You're welcome, Rob. Much love to you too. Still waiting on answers. Yeah. Still waiting on the scores from Flew Fighters and Quiz All Over You.
Okay.
Alice has put excellent quiz mastery, but it's spelled my name wrong, so minus points there. And here's Claire for the scores.
Hi. I was getting a bit intense. Right, this is a fun quiz, remember. So we have, I haven't written the numbers, but I can do it. 6, 7, 8. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so in 11th, we have... in 11th with 17 points, we've got Flying Quizzes. Then in 10th, the team who must not be named with 20 points. Then in 9th with 21 points, Miss Chanandla Bong. In 8th place with 22 points, we have Don't Stand So Close to Me. Then in joint 5th, 3 of you in joint 5th with 23 points, we have Comrie, Flew Fighters and Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Quizardry. Then in joint 3rd place, both with 26 points, we have Chewbacca's and a Kingston Rifle. Then the cat has come because
she's announcing the top two.
She is following me. I'm sorry. Then we have second place. We're going to Quiz All Over You with 27 points, and in first place with 29 points, we've got Piri Piri Sauce.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right. So moving on to round 3 and into the music round. So in this one, we changed this after the first 2 weeks because we were doing picture rounds and it's got a little bit awkward trying to do it through Facebook and pictures. So what we're doing now is I'm going to give an extract or the opening extract of lyrics from a song. I won't be singing them. I will just be reading them, trying to read them as unlike the song as possible. I need to know from you the artist and the song. And just as a pre-warning on this, I will accept some cover artist if it's like a majorly known cover artist. I can think of a couple on them which did have the cover artist, but ultimately I would like the original artist if at all possible, please. So artist and song for each of these, 2 points for each, and there were 10 questions, so 20 points in total. So question number 1. So this is the opening lyrics. I need to know the artist and the song. Question number 1. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. Question number 1 again. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. Question number 2. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realised what you got to do. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realised what you got to do. Question number 3. When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when? When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends and I tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when?
Well done.
Been criticised by Claire there for not reading them quite well enough because I'm too much like the songs apparently. This is really hard. You can't help but phrase them as they are, but I'm trying hard not to. Question number 4. You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at. Going down a bumpy hillside in your hippie hat. You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at. Going down a bumpy hillside in your hippie hat. Question number 5. Well, I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Question number 6. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place, even though your emotions have an echo in so much space. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. Question number 7. I've been cheated by you since I don't know when, so I made up my mind it must come to an end. I've been cheated by you since I don't know when, so I made up my mind it must come to an end. Question number 8. I got this feeling inside my bones, it goes electric, wavy. When I turn it on, although all through my city, all through my home, we're flying up, no ceiling when we are in a zone. I got this feeling inside my bones, it goes electric, wavy. When I turn it on, all through my city, all through my home, we're flying up, no ceiling when we are in our zone. You serve the beer. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Well, when you say served, you have to pour it.
I've got to pour myself, but that's part of it. Question number 9. All the girls on the block knocking at my door want to know what it is, make the boys want more. That's all the girls on the block knocking at my door want to know what it is, make the boys want more. So good. And finally, question number 10. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio, moved a million hearts in mono. Our mothers cried, sang along, who'd blame them? Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio, moved a million hearts in mono. Our mothers cried, sang along, who'd blame them? Simon's just finished the Millennium Falcon. Congratulations. Got the big one. I need to see a photo of this. If there's any questions there, 1 to 10, that people want repeated, please let me know. Number 4. You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at, going down a bumpy hillside in your hippie hat. Number 8. I got this feeling inside my bones, it goes electric. Wavy when I turn it on, all through my city, all through my home, we're flying up. No ceiling when we are in our zone. Number 5. Well, I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you?
Number 9.
Number 9. All the girls on the block knocking at my door want to know what it is, make the boys want more. That's not lyrics, that's just me talking to you. Okay, I'll give you the last 10 seconds or so, unless there's any others people need repeating. So question number 1. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. That is Your Song by Elton John. Question number 2. Today is going to be the day that they're going to throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realised what you got to do. It's Wonderwall by Oasis. Yes, 1 point for artist, 1 point for song. So that's 2 points in total for each thing, 1 for each. So if you get the artist and not the song, or vice versa, that's fine. Question number 3. When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when. That is Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran. Oh, sorry, I'll just go over there. Question number 4. You're everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where you're at. Going down a bumpy hillside in your hippie hat. That is Hi Ho.
Wolverhampton!
Hi Ho Silver Lining by Jeff Beck. But it's also what they sing at Wolves, which is our football team. I won't accept it. It's not actually a song. They just mute the bit where he shouts Silver Lining and all the Wolves fans start Wolverhampton. So Hi Ho Silver Lining, Jeff Beck. Is he? I should know better. Question number 5. Well, I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It's Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley. Question number 6. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. That's Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. 7. I've been cheated by you since I don't know when. So I made up my mind it must come to an end. Mamma Mia, ABBA. Yes, sorry, Leonard Cohen is the original artist. That's correct. So Leonard Cohen for Hallelujah. Sorry, you're correct. He is the original writer of that song. And Alexandra Burke, that's one of the 2 I thought of a cover song as well. So Alexandra Burke is acceptable as well. She did quite well in the charts with that. I will accept that. That was for number 5 still. Number 7, I've been cheated by you since I don't know when. So I made up my mind it must come to an end is Mamma Mia by ABBA. Number 8, I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we are in our zone. That's Can't Stop This Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Question number 9. All the girls on the block knocking out my door want to know what it is, make the boys want more. That is Black Magic by Little Mix, which is a cracking song. And finally, number 10. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio, moved a million hearts in mono. Our mothers cried, sang along, who'd blame them, was Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. So tally up your scores. That's 1 point for each artist and song, 10 points for each artist, 10 points for each song in total, 20 points total. Put your total score in the box and Claire will give us the scores. Number 9, Andrew dropped some cutlery. He's used to dropping things, isn't he, at shortstop? It was Black Magic by Little Mix. Which I'm pretty sure is one of Andrew's favourite songs. I've heard him singing it many times.
I'm appreciating Don't Stand so close.
New walk-up song, yes. Please use that. Huh? She keeps saying, I can't call him Andrew. It has to be Andy. Andy's going to use Black Magic as his walk-up song this year for baseball. It's a sad weekend. It's meant to be our first baseball game this weekend, just gone, but it wasn't, obviously, with everything going on. But when it comes back, come and watch Worcester baseball and see Andy walking out to Black Magic. Please total your scores. Who? Flea Fighters, total your scores. Claire's getting mardy. She is. She's really mardy. That's a fair point by the peri-peri sauce that they're using cutlery while eating pizza. This isn't a Pizza Express. Come on. I don't even use cutlery there. Where do I play baseball? Worcester. We are currently without a home, negotiating, but it's a new team started last year. I won't go on about it now, but yeah, message me if anyone's interested, playing or watching. Claire's here with the scores.
Hi. Right. So we have in 11th place on 8 points.
That's not right.
Oh, no, it's not.
You sorted just that round. You haven't tallied.
Oh, yeah, I did it wrong.
It's all going wrong tonight, folks.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Can't get the stuff, can we? You're not on 8 points, don't worry.
Although, to be fair, by the end of today, we'll have done 20 rounds in total. Here's another cat. Let's just use him as a distraction while Claire sorts that out. Oh, he's running away. He's had enough. Yeah, this is by the end of today, we've done 20 rounds so far of questions and 400 points worth of questions in total. So
I had it so slick. And then...
percentage-wise, I've done all right. Come on up here. Sit. There we go. This is the other cat. This is the full Garfield crew on tonight. Just while Claire's tallying up the scores, in the films and book round, Claire has cut my hair again. Yeah, Claire's cutting the side of my hair every week. I need to get the top trimmed at some point, because it's starting. She started trim the back of it though. Millie Molly Mandy. Seb, don't knock over my beer, you little. In the shut.
I've got them now.
Claire has the scores.
Right. Okay. In 11th place on 25 points, apologies, is Flying Quizzes. And then in 10th place on 30 points is The Team Who Must Not Be Named. In 9th place on 35 points is Flu Fighters. In 8th place, leave her alone. 8th place on 36 points is Miss Chanand Lebong. In 7th place on 37 points is Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Quizzardry. In 6th place on 39 points is Chewbacca's. Then in joint 4th place on 41 points, we've got Comrie and Don't Stand So Close to Me. And then in 3rd place, we've got a Kingston Rifle. 2nd place is Peri-Peri Sauce on 44 points, which means in 1st place and 46 points is We're Going to Quiz All Over You.
There we go.
Bit of changing round in 1st and 2nd.
So, round 4, films and books. We're going to do films first and then books in this one. We're not alternating. How this is going to work with the films, I'm going to list 4 characters each time, which an actor or actress has played. Based on those 4 characters, I'd like to know who the actor or actress is. So question number 1, which actor has played Lieutenant Gonville Bromhead, Charlie Croker, Alfie Elkins, and Alfred Pennyworth? So which actor has played Lieutenant Gonville Bromhead, Charlie Croker, or Charlie Crocker, I think it's Croker, Alfie Elkins, and Alfred Pennyworth?
Have you guys got sponsored by Lenovo? What's Lenovo?
Yeah.
It's a big pad.
Yeah, Lenovo. Who's what's that?
It's in the chat. P. Franderson. Pete.
Oh, I can't see. Oh, yeah, there we go. Who got sponsored by Lenovo? We haven't been sponsored by Lenovo. Claire just happens to have a work laptop, which is Lenovo. Question number 2. Which actor has played Ellis Boyd Redding, Lucius Fox, Alan Trumbull, and God? Which actor has played Ellis Boyd Redding, Lucius Fox, Alan Trumbull, and God? Question number 3. Which actress has played Queen Elizabeth I, Catherine de Bourgh, Old Deuteronomy, and M? Which actress has played Queen Elizabeth I, Catherine de Bourgh, Old Deuteronomy, and M? Question number 4. Which actress has played Mia Thermopolis, Jane Austen, the White Queen, and Catwoman? Which actress has played Mia Thermopolis, Jane Austen, the White Queen, and Catwoman? Question number 5. Which actor has played Woody Pride, Captain John H. Miller, Chuck Noland, and Professor Robert Langdon? Which actor has played Woody Pride, Captain John H. Miller, Chuck Noland, and Professor Robert Langdon? Keep moving. We think our screen is frozen. There you go. Question number 6. Which actor has played Lieutenant Pete Mitchell, Ethan Hunt, Ray Ferrier, and Jack Reacher? Which actor has played Lieutenant Pete Mitchell, Ethan Hunt, Ray Ferrier, and Jack Reacher? you can't pretend to freeze when a cat walks on screen. Hello. Question number 7. Which actress has played Padme Amidala, Evie Hammond, Anne Boleyn, and Jane Foster? Which actress has played Padme Amidala, Evie Hammond, Anne Boleyn, and Jane Foster? He asks if you're Batwoman, not Batman. She's Batman. She can put on the Batman voice. We watched Dark Knight at the weekend. It's a great film. Claire's never seen it before, and it's probably my all-time favorite. One of my all-time favorite films, if not my all-time favorite film. It's just super. Question number 8. Which actor has played Smaug, Alan Turing, Dr. Stephen Strange, and the Grinch? Don't know. This isn't a private thing, so it could just be anyone. Daniel Al might just be. Who's Daniel Al? No idea. Which actor has played Smaug, Alan Turing, Dr. Stephen Strange, and the Grinch? Question number 9. Which actress played Rose Loomis, Lorelei Lee, Sugarcane Kovalchik, and Rosalind Tabor? Which actress played Rose Loomis, Lorelei Lee, Sugarcane Kovalchik, and Rosalind Tabor? Question number 10. Which actress played Jules Paxton, Elizabeth Swann, Elizabeth Bennet, and Cecilia Tallis? Which actress played Jules Paxton, Elizabeth Swann, Elizabeth Bennet, and Cecilia Tallis? And that should be the first down. That ends our film section. So moving on to books now. Question number 11. Which cartoonist is best known for his work with Roald Dahl, illustrating 18 of his novels? Which cartoonist is best known for his work with Roald Dahl, illustrating 18 of his novels? Question number 12. For 5 points, name the 5 novels in the Robert Langdon series written by Dan Brown. For 5 points, 1 for each. Don't list more than 5, please. Name the 5 novels in the Robert Langdon series written by Dan Brown. I'll give you a little bit of time on that. Let's give you another 10 seconds or so on that one. Question number 13. Which author wrote Nicholas Nickleby, The Pickwick Papers, and The Old Curiosity Shop? Which author wrote Nicholas Nickleby, The Pickwick Papers, and The Old Curiosity Shop? And you had to make another pizza from scratch. That's impressive. So number 12 was for 5 points, and name the 5 novels in the Robert Langdon series written by Dan Brown. Question number 14. Who wrote the science book, A Brief History of Time? Who wrote the science book, A Brief History of Time? So number 11 was which cartoonist is best known for his work with Roald Dahl, illustrating 18 of his novels? The answer to number 9 was, you'll find out in a bit. So I'm just going to go through a few more of these because I'm not sure that one team is up to speed. So number 11 was which cartoonist is best known for his work with Roald Dahl, illustrating 18 of his novels? Number 12 for 5 points, Name the 5 novels in the Robert Langdon series written by Dan Brown. Number 13, which author wrote Nicholas Nickleby, The Pickwick Papers, and The Old Curiosity Shop? 14, who wrote the science book A Brief History of Time? And then on to number 15, which famous novel begins with the opening line, Call Me Ishmael? Which famous novel begins with the opening line, Call Me Ishmael? And the last question this round, question number 16. Carlo Lorenzi, who went by the pen name Carlo Collodi, wrote which famous fairy tale novel which was adapted into a Disney film in 1940? Carlo Lorenzi, who went by the pen name Carlo Collodi, wrote which famous fairy tale novel which was adapted into a Disney film in 1940? I'll give you a little bit of time to answer those. Any questions missing, please let me know. If you want me to go back over any. If I don't hear anything, we'll give you another 20 or 30 seconds or so, and then we'll move on to the answers. Unless there's any questions people want us to repeat. 14 and 15. 14, who wrote the science book A Brief History of Time? Who wrote the science book A Brief History of Time? 15, which famous novel begins with the opening line, Call Me Ishmael? Which famous novel begins with the opening line, Call Me Ishmael? Tim's back. Yay! Tim, just so you know, when you said Hi Ho Wolverhampton for Hi Ho Silver Lining, it wasn't accepted. It's not an actual song. So, sorry. No, I don't think she'll be. Number 9, which actress played Rose Loomis, Lorelei Lee, Sugarcane Kowalczyk, and Roslyn Tabor? Apologies, my pronunciation isn't great there. Sugarcane Kowalczyk. I will suck. Well, name the actual song next time, Tim, not the version that I only ever sing. Okay, we'll go through the answers then. So question number 1. The actor to have played Lieutenant Gonville Bromhead, Charlie Croker, Alfie Elkins, and Alfred Pennyworth was Michael Caine. The actor who's played Ellis Boyd Redding, Lucius Fox, Alan Trumbull, and God, number 2, is Morgan Freeman. Number 3, the actress to have played Queen Elizabeth I, Catherine de Bourgh, Old Deuteronomy, and M is Judi Dench. Question number 4, which actress has played Mia Thermopolis, Jane Austen, The White Queen, and Catwoman is Anne Hathaway. Question number 5, which actor has played Woody Pride, Captain John H. Miller, Chuck Noland, and Professor Robert Langdon as Tom Hanks? I caught a few of you out with Woody Pride rather than just Woody from Toy Story. Woody Pride apparently is his actual surname, which I didn't know until I looked it up this week. Question number 6, which actor has played Lieutenant Pete Mitchell, Ethan Hunt, Ray Ferrier, and Jack Reacher? That is Tom Cruise. Question number 7, which actress has played Padme Amidala, Evie Hammond, Anne Boleyn, and Jane Foster? Was Natalie Portman. Number 8, the actor who's played Smaug, Alan Turing, Dr. Stephen Strange, and the Grinch was Benedict Cumberbatch. Number 9, the actress to have played Rose Loomis, Lorelei Lee, Sugarcane Kowalczyk, and Rosalind Tabor was Marilyn Monroe. And yes, I had to look up all the names. I didn't know any of her films, unfortunately. Number 10, which actress played Jules Paxton, Elizabeth Swann, Elizabeth Bennet, and Cecilia Tallis? That's Keira Knightley. Number 11, which cartoonist is best known for his work with Roald Dahl, illustrating 18 of his novels? That's Quentin Blake. 12. So for 5 points, 1 for each, don't have to be in any particular order, 1 point for each. 5 novels in the Robert Langdon series written by Dan Brown were Angels and Demons, Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, Inferno, and Origin. Number 13, the author who wrote Nicholas Nickleby, The Pickwick Papers, and The Old Curiosity Shop was Charles Dickens. Number 14, who wrote the science book A Brief History of Time? That's Stephen Hawking. Number 15, the famous novel that begins with the opening line, Call Me Ishmael, is Moby Dick. Number 16, Carlo Lorenzi, who went by the name Carlo Collodi, wrote Pinocchio, or The Adventures of Pinocchio. As long as you say Pinocchio, we'll accept it. So sum up your scores out of 20, please. And Claire will tally those up and we'll get the scores to you. And I'll be back in just one moment.
Oh, hi. No, I don't think so.
You good?
Okay. I just need to put first, second, third, fourth, as Nat has taught me how to do that properly. 6th. Still think it's very weird. 7th. 8th. 9th. I'm okay, thank you. Right, okay, so we have in 11th place on 42 points is Flying Quizzes. Then we've got in 10th place on 47 points is Flu Fighters. In 9th place on 48 points is A Team Who Must Not Be Named. In 8th place on 52 points is Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Quizzardry. Then in joint 6th place on 54 points is Miss Chenandla Bong and Chewbarkers. And then in joint 4th place is on 55 points is A Kingston Rifle and Piri Piri Sauce. And then in 3rd place, we've got on 60 points is Don't Stand So Close to Me. Then in second place on 61 points is Comrie. And then that means in first place on 63 points is We're Going to Quiz All Over You. So it's moving around quite a lot. It's more of it is quite a big jumper, I know, in fairness. But it was free and it's really cozy for the evenings. So I'm wearing it.
Who's complaining?
They're not complaining, they're just commenting.
Just do your sister.
Yeah. She says it's more of a tablecloth because it's big.
Your family are mean.
I know.
That's where you get it from.
Hey, I'm not mean.
Okay, so moving on to our fifth and final round, general knowledge. 15 questions for you to make up that difference and take the title, which everyone in the whole world covets. Question number 1. Which number in bingo would the call nearly there be used for? Which number in bingo would the call nearly there be used for? Question number 2. Malayan, Indo-Chinese, and Sumatran are 3 subspecies of which animal? Malayan, Indo-Chinese, and Sumatran are 3 subspecies of which animal? Question number 3. A word, number, or phrase, or other sequence of characters which reads the same backward as forward is known as a what? A word, number, or phrase, or other sequence of characters which reads the same backward as forward is known as a what? Yeah. Question number 4. Which British computer scientist is known as the inventor of the World Wide Web? Which British computer scientist is known as the inventor of the World Wide Web? Question number 5. In what year did the Beatles split up? In what year did the Beatles split up? Question number 6. In which fictional town is Coronation Street set in? In which fictional town is Coronation Street set in? Question number 7. To the nearest whole number or integer, at what temperature is absolute 0 in Celsius? The nearest whole number at what temperature is absolute 0 in Celsius? Question number 8. What does the license plate on the DeLorean say in Back to the Future? What does the license plate on the DeLorean say in Back to the Future? Oh, of course. Question number 9. The 6 main stars of Friends appeared in all 200. I'll start again. The 6 main stars of Friends appeared in all 236 episodes. Who is the next most regular character to appear in the show? So the 6 main stars, Joey, Phoebe, Monica, Chandler, Ross, and Rachel, appeared in all 236 episodes. Who is the next most regular character to appear in the show? Question number 10. Gordon Sumner is the real name of what famous British musician? Gordon Sumner is the real name of which famous British musician? Don't say Gordon Sumner. I need to stay. Number 8. Number 8 was, what does the license plate on the DeLorean say in Back to the Future? And then number 9 was to do with Friends. Number 10 was Gordon Sumner is the real name of which musician? Number 11, name the 2019 winner of the Great British Bake Off. First name will be enough. Name the 2019 winner of the Great British Bake Off. You watched it last year? Oh, you're off mute now. Claire doesn't even know that, and she watched it, so good. She picks her favourite person, and if they go out. But it wasn't Claire's famous person. That's a clue to number 11. Number 12. What does a Geiger counter measure? What does a Geiger counter measure? Giles, you said you froze. Did you miss anything, or were you okay? I'm hoping the rest of the team's there anyway. We'll carry on. Number 13. What number is a mathematical constant defined as the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter? What number is a mathematical constant defined as the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter? Think that. Penultimate question, number 14. A glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part? Glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part? And in the meantime, number 11 was named the 2019 winner of the Great British Bake Off. First name will do. And question number 15. For 6 points, which 6 counties border Greater London? Which 6 counties border Greater London? And that is the end of the quiz. So take your time on that one. Number 14 was a glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part? That's spelled Glossectomy. Glossectomy. Anyone else needs any other questions repeating? Let me know, otherwise I'll give you a bit more time for the counties at the end there. Comrie. Oh. Just have some lime to it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to splash in there now?
No.
Okay, I'll give you another minute and a half. Just kind of being generous. We're fine for time.
Oh, number 8.
You said that? Number 8. What does the license plate on the DeLorean say in Back to the Future? Okay, last 30 seconds, and then we'll go through the last set of answers before the final scores. It's not a number in like a bracket or something, is it?
No.
I don't know what your little emoji thing means, Nicola. Sorry. Masks. Cool. Like it.
Okay.
Okay, so the answers for general knowledge. Question number 1. Which number in bingo would the call nearly there be used for? That's 89. I think bingo goes up to a 90 typically, so nearly there is the last but one number, so 89. Question number 2. Malayan, Indo-Chinese, and Sumatran are 3 subspecies of which animal? That is a tiger. Number 3. A word, number, phrase, or other sequence of characters which reads the same backward as forward is known as a palindrome. Number 4. The British computer scientist known as the inventor of the World Wide Web is Tim Berners-Lee. Kieran and Coop, I hope you got that one, seeing as we've got a room named after him at work. Number 5. In what year did the Beatles split up? That is 1970. Number 6. In which fictional town is Coronation Street set? That is Weatherfield. Number 7. The nearest whole number at what temperature is absolute 0 in Celsius? That is minus 273. Number 8. What does the license plate on the DeLorean say in Back to the Future? That is out of time. It's one word, but I will accept spaces. Out of time. Number 9. The 6 main stars of Friends appeared in all 236 episodes. Who is the next most regular character to appear in the show? The answer is Gunther, or Gunter. I'll accept Gunther, Gunther. He appeared in 151 episodes. It's the cafe shop owner / manager. Number 10, Gordon Sumner is the real name of Sting. Number 11, the 2019 winner of the Great British Bake Off was David, or David Atherton, but I will accept David. He said Atherton as well. Have a pat on the back. Number 12, a Geiger counter measures radiation. Number 13, the number which is a mathematical constant defined as the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter is pi. We love a bit of pi. Number 14, guy that runs the cafe, does that count? No, you didn't say his name, so no, sorry, Tim. It's just how it is. Number 14, a glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part? That is the tongue. Again, I hope Nicola and also Pete got that, our resident doctors. Number 15, which 6 counties border Greater London? The answers, so 1 point for each of these you got right. The answers are Essex, Hertfordshire, Berkshire, Buckinghamshire, Kent, and Surrey. And Essex, Hertfordshire, Berkshire, Buckinghamshire, Kent, and Surrey. 1 point for each, up to 6 points. And that ends the quiz. So Mrs. Garfield will tally up the scores and we will get final results to you with our newly crowned champions, whoever they are. "14, glossectomy is the removal of which body part? Tongue. Your tongue. Just in case you know what one was. Tim. You got Tim's total score. Was he in the total scores all along? Yeah, that's fine. I can remember if he was on that. So before we get to the final scores, the last couple of weeks I've been plugging the food bank in Worcester. I'm not working at the moment, I'm furloughed, and I've been volunteering there along with Tim, who's bossing me around. Basically, if you would normally go to a pub quiz once a week, once a month, whatever, if you would spend money on a couple of beers and entry into the quiz, you might spend 5 to 10 quid. Whatever you would normally spend on an evening out at the pub doing a quiz like this, if you're up for it, please donate that to the food bank. I've donated when it says Nat's Pub Quiz here, that's not you, is it? Rich posting it. Thank you, Rich, for posting that. The link's there. Rich has posted it again. Thanks to Rich for the channel. He's set us up for the Nat's Pub Quiz channel, which is great. But yeah, just if you can give, please do. We've had quite a lot of financial donations recently, which is great. We're really grateful for that. Tim will vouch for this as well. We've been really busy. There's loads of stock we're dealing with. There's plenty coming in, which is great, but it's getting shifted so quickly. We just need that to keep going and keep going. It feels like these times are a real demand on the food bank, and we're seeing a lot of generosity, which we're really grateful for. But obviously, we just need that to keep going. It can't just be a one-off. People need to keep supporting the food bank in any way they can. So if you're able to get to a supermarket in Worcester or anywhere, it doesn't have to be Worcester Food Bank, any food bank. If you're able to go to a supermarket, please consider just buying a couple more items, donating them. If you're in Worcester and you can't get to the supermarket, that's the link there to give. If you're not in Worcester and you want to give, just Google it. I'm sure you'll find your local food bank. They're doing amazing work. It's not just anyone you can walk in and take food. There's criteria. There's a process involved. It's all done properly. Stock is all measured in, measured out, and counted. So it's not like anything being abused in the system. It is literally food being given out to people who need it the most. People who just don't have food at the moment. So it's vital stuff that's being done there. So if you can, please share, please give, and we'd be really grateful for that. I'm not doing this quiz for that reason. It's just something I'm plugging while I'm doing it. So don't feel that's a necessity, but if you feel like you can, please do. And we have the all-important final scores.
Okay. So in 11th place on 54 points is Flying Quizzes. In 10th place on 56 points is Flu Fighters. In 9th place on 64 points is The Team Who Must Not Be Named. In 8th place on 65 points is Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Quizzardry. Sorry,
the cat's come over to her already. Like, she's ignored me all night. As soon as Claire comes over and starts talking, the cat's like, yes, I want attention.
Every time I've come on the screen. She won't come to you.
Yeah.
She's still here for me. Right, sorry. In joint 6th place on 66 points, we have a Kingston Rifle and Miss Chananda Bong. In 5th place on 67 points, we have Peri Peri Sauce. In joint in 4th place on 70 points. Put the cat down.
People want to see this quality.
People want to know the scores.
I know, but
we're on 4th place. 70 points is Chewbacca's. And then we have a joint 2nd place, both on 77 points, is We're Going to Quiz All Over You and Cymru, which means 1st place, 80 points, because they got, may I just say, 100% on the last round. Actually, we got,
and they dropped 2 points over the last 3 rounds. That is really impressive.
Well. Is Don't Stand So Close to Me. So well done.
New champions, Don't Stand So Close to Me. Well done. Great effort, guys.
It's
nice to see someone else winning. Oh, the cat's gone. I was going to put the cat back on screen, but never mind, you got 2 Garfields instead. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Really appreciate you all taking part. It would be a lot of effort wasted if you didn't, so thank you for that. We'll be back next week because I have time to write quizzes now in between food bank shifts. So yeah, and apologies again for the wrong question, but yeah, Pete makes all the difference. So basically, Pete wins. Well done, Pete. It's all on you.